lawsuit means, and can you just explain the background?
Sure. Well, the decision today was a decision on an old case, and what the court basically said was under the administrative code that people are being arrested under, that does not include holding a sign. So that is not conduct that's prescribed by the administrative code that Chief Erwin keeps arresting people under. And that is specifically stated in this decision on a motion of one of the parties.
Did you ask him about that today?
I didn't know that this case was out here at the moment, but what I did ask them about was under the code that they're arresting people under, what their interpretation is of that. Are they saying that no one can carry a sign without a permit under Code 2.07? And they refused to provide that answer to me. They said that they were looking at things on a case-by-case basis. And my concern with that is you're not providing notice to the public about what conduct you're saying is subject to arrest. And that has the danger of randomly and very subjectively arresting people for political expression.
Well, you keep hearing like these been in place since 1979 and they're just uniformly being enforced now? No,
this administrative code 2.07 has never been used to prohibit people from carrying signs without a permit. And that's pretty much conceded by the DOA in this decision by the court, that they concede this is not to be used to require a permit for someone who's carrying a sign. So I'm not sure why now they are listing this as a basis for arresting people in the Capitol, because they say in this lawsuit that they recognize that that's not the intent of that administrative code.
What's the fact that people aren't being arrested today? Apparently, does that tell you anything?
Well, I think it does. I think that they're looking at this decision and looking at a court that said clearly 2.07, the administrative code at issue, does not require a permit if you're carrying a sign. I think that's contributing to allowing the activities to go forward.
Is this a triggered event because of the arrest yesterday? I know that's part of the rules that you're allowed to have unpermitted.
Well, this is the other thing that is addressed in this opinion. This opinion says, look, the Capitol policies that are separate from the administrative code specifically exempt out people who are holding signs. So the Capitol policies that Chief Erwin has said justify arresting people for holding a sign are very specific in exempting out people who are holding signs. So they don't even apply to people who are holding signs, and the court recognizes that as well in this opinion.
You have objections to the permits too?
I think there are real concerns as well with the permits that are actually being issued, because they contain these very broad provisions that the permittee is going to reimburse the state for any civil action or criminal action that's brought against the state for like using excessive force, or someone sustains an injury from something happening on the property, that the permittee has to pay the state back for any kind of liability the state has. And that's just something we haven't seen before in the issuing of a permit. So yeah, big concerns with that, because most people are not going to want to assume that liability. That could be significant for somebody.
I don't see any other lawmakers here. Why are you taking this issue on so strongly?
Oh, I think it's so important. I mean, this is the people's house, and Wisconsin has such a long tradition of peaceful political protest. And I want to make sure that that tradition is continued, and that people feel like they can come here and peacefully express themselves and certainly express their political beliefs. That's why we have a Capitol. And that's what the court says in this opinion as well. This is a people's house. These public spaces are so critical for the public to be able to come and express themselves politically in a peaceful way.
Are specific people being targeted?
I don't know if I can say specific people are being targeted. I think what we have seen is really randomness and subjectivity in who gets arrested and who's not being arrested. And that's exactly what you don't want to see. If you're going to say conduct is unlawful, we need to know what conduct. And it's not on a case-by-case basis. It's what specific conduct are you saying is unlawful. And that is what Police Chief Erwin would not tell me today.
What is your reaction to the police chief walking out on an elected official?
I'm really disappointed by it. I really am. It's not the kind of relationship I want to have. I was disturbed a couple days ago when I went down, when people were being arrested, and I went down to try to talk to some of the Capitol Police and was told they didn't have time to talk to me, And if I wanted any information, I had to call the PR person at the Department of Administration. And I reiterated I expected someone to call me back when they had time, and I never got a call back.